the big problem that higher education is having in lower enrollments and fewer younger students coming in. What's your opinion on how important is the impact of global engagement to taking on that big elephant in the room? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1, it's not important at all. Not going to help at all. 10, no, it's vitally important to actually bolstering enrollments and bringing in new resources into colleges. How important is that 1 to 10? And then 1?
I will say 10. I know that that's a big number. That's the highest number you provided, but I will say it's extremely, extremely important because, like I mentioned, with students and being slightly exposed to global experiences through the internet, through social media, I think there's that desire, there's that interest. They just don't know how to do it. If your institution's not figuring out a way to do it, they're going to go find another institution that is because they're wanting to share, to truly live those experiences. I think they're just not sure how to go about it. And so being able to make those experiences as accessible as possible so that everybody has the opportunity to pursue those experiences if they wanted to is extremely important, but also making that as easy and seamless as possible because the student population or these young people, they've grown up with technology and internet and they're not wanting to talk on phones or fill out paper forms. They're going to want to if they're going to pursue that opportunity, which they want it to be as easy as possible with as minimal paperwork as possible. And so being able to ease that through software like Terra Dotta, where you have that global education solution to ease that process, not only for the students, but for the staff members. So the staff members can be more available to be able to engage and interact with the students instead of having to file paperwork on the back end. That makes a huge difference. It opens up opportunities for institutions to do more authentic and genuine engagement with those students beyond just fill out an application to go study abroad, but to make the most of what those experiences are. And so I would say, as far as how important it is for institutions to be doing it, I think it should be everybody's number one priority because in this day and age, I don't think many students will be successful moving out until they've had some form of global engagement experience and education to prep them for the way that the world just is now. We're not just there to check off boxes because we have to, but we're doing this because we see the value in it and because we want to. And institutions should be paying more attention, I think, to the global education offices because if I believe it should be a number one priority, those offices should be getting more attention than I think a lot of them do. A lot of them are understaffed or they are, there's high turnover rates just because of the demand of working outside of your normal working hours or just the demand from students and like how much assistance sometimes they do need and the attention that they deserve to be able to make it through their journey. It can be debilitating at times. And so institutions, I don't think recognize that because they say, this is important, this is great, we're doing it, and you guys are doing good. You're fine, and you got what you need. But I think it kind of leaves off at that. I think what my fear is that institutions will say it in words, they will write it down, but then when it comes to actually applying resources and attention and again, that heart behind why is it that we're doing this? What is the entire purpose of us pursuing these initiatives? That can be lost in translation because administration, there's a lot that they're overseeing. There's other initiatives on campus that they're paying attention to. And so as long as it kind of sounds like this is a priority, we're saying it's a priority, there's an office that's doing this, but leaving it up to them to do it, I think you're just setting people up to not be as successful as they could be. So I see that point in that it can be a stressful field for educators to be in because of just the demand of the workload and the pressure from administration to make it perfect, but without the, I think, true support of that administration to actually get in there and see what the impact of this is. That comes back to, I think you should be getting in a room with the students and everybody should be getting in a room with the students and understanding what is it that is actually going on? What is the result of doing global engagement? Why is it that we're doing this in the first place? And I think if you get in a room, you'll see that.